Polly's on the show. Polly's on the show, and you should be in tomorrow night. Polly plays Meg Giry, who's Christine Daae's best friend. So she'll sing, "Where in the world have you been hiding?" I would love to play it. She does that, and she's a mean dancer, and she's in the whole show, and you'll see her the whole night. And it's so much fun to go see one of these big shows when you know it. So definitely feel free to scream out, "Go Polly! Let's go Polly girl!" That's what I do when I go see the show. I'm not in the show right now. I've done, I played Phantom out on the road. I worked with Polly, and I've done a lot of different ensemble stuff in the show. So you won't see me. You'll see me at the stage door. Actually, no, I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to North Carolina. Sorry.
Aww.
Yeah.
Once you played that, No One Raw. Have you done?
Oh, what shows?
Yeah.
I started in 1996. I did Miss Saigon. You know Miss Saigon? I was in that for a while. I was in the ensemble, and then I played Chris. I covered Chris, which means that, you know, the guy they hired was out at one. He had better abs than me, so that's why I did that. Kidding. So I did that, and then I went and did Les Mis. I did Les Miserables for a period in and out for about 5 years, and I played Enjolras, the student leader, and then I played Javert, the arch nemesis, the misunderstood other lead of the show, and then the Phantom stuff that I just talked about. And I just finished actually doing Sweeney Todd up in Rochester, New York. Rochester, New York. Tyler, what's your history?
I pretty much just been in the show since I was in high school. So I was in the ensemble, and then I went out on the road and did the part now, May, on the road, and then I've been here doing it. So it's the beginning of my career.
Polly was a trained ballerina. She started 8 years old. How many hours a day? For how many years?
For like about 10 years, I went to a pretty prestigious school. We just danced all day, and that's pretty much my life growing up.
So then when she was 17, she was asked to join Phantom, and it was around the same time that she could have either gone into a ballet company and been in the ballet corps or going to Phantom, and Polly chose musical theater, and she was the youngest person ever hired at that time to go into Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh, very nice.
Something else?
Yeah.
I know you did, but did you go to any post-secondary education in order to like become an actor, or did you just kind of like go, I just want to do that?
Yeah, you know, there's many people that when they finish high school they go to college. I mean, you know, it's very important to go to college no matter what we decide to do as far as you know, going into theater. It's very rare these days that a high school student comes out and just comes and makes it in New York. It's being in New York and going into this business is very difficult. It's very taxing, and it's nice to have 4 years under your belt away from home, all that kind of stuff. And get a good, solid, you know, educational base to come here, because there are so many people that do go to training schools. We have schools in the U.S., Carnegie Mellon, Cincinnati Conservatory of Music, where people go and just study musical theater. And so I went to the University of New Hampshire, which is in New Hampshire, obviously. And I was a political science major, but I always loved the theater, and became a theater minor and took a lot of musical theater classes, and then I just came here and banged it out. But a lot of people ask, do you need to go to a specialized school? And I would say, unless you know that that's really, you know, you have such a strong desire that you want to do that. It's a whole audition process. You go in at a young age and audition. It's a great education, and you will have a leg up if you ever decide to do it. Is there anybody interested in doing it for a career? Nice, yeah. So you'll have you know, a leg up, and because you have that on your resume when you first come to New York, that you have been specialized, you have been trained. Doors open. Helps you get an agent and get into some different auditions. However, there are many people that I know, and I'm one of them, who have come and just kind of gone to auditions, and after a period of time, people start to get to know you. And
Really no rules.
Yeah, there are no rules to do it. If you want like an advantage, it's always good to go to a specialized school. But you know, it's nice to just get a full-rounded education too, which helps in all areas of life. Any questions? Yeah.
Are you going to stay like in Broadway because it's your going to be your career?
Yeah. You know, the funny thing about Broadway is when I first came up, I figured once I broke into Broadway, I would just, you know, go show. And it depends on what shows are open, what shows I'm right for, what shows are competing with other people that have higher credits than me, what TV and film industry people want to come and be on Broadway that year, which is kind of a big deal. Producers like to bring in somebody with a name so they can, get people to come in, like if Zac Efron were in. I know, he's a little higher. Well, who's cool now?
John Barrowman.
All right, there you go. So, producers like to get producers like to get people that will bring people into the houses. Whereas if I'm starring in a new show, you'd be like, who's Steve Kingsbury? It might be great, but it's all about bringing people into the seats. So, for instance, I have done a lot of shows. One of the things in this business you have to do is travel sometimes and go out on the road and do the road shows, which is the exact same show that's on Broadway. It's just toured, which is what we've both done. Phantom is the exact same show out on the road. Same choreography, same music, same everything. If something's changed in New York, we change it out on the road, for the most part. Yeah, I would love to continually stay on that level. However, I just finished doing Phantom out on the road, and I had some time off, and then I went up to regional theater, which is a theater that's in a certain city or a certain town that brings people in to do shows at the same theater. So that was a regional thing. That's when I just did Sweeney's out in Rochester, close to you guys, and it was cold. Cold right there.
It's brisk.
Yeah.
During the run of the show, can you give us a sense of a regular day and a regular week, hour-wise, and that sort of a thing?
I guess it depends on, in our show we have a lot of classically trained ballet dancers for the dance ensemble, so our lives are very different. We've spent our whole lives dancing all day. So we usually, either whether you go to the gym or whether you swim or whether you take class, we usually do something physical during the day, and we also get to the show, we get to work at night earlier than pretty much anybody else. You don't have to be there technically till half hour, which is 7:30, but pretty much all of us are there with between an hour and a half and an hour before the show.